Welcome back. In this video tutorial for BenchEzy standard settings, we'll be looking at our output settings. The first one we need to look at is our path settings. Now this is our default drawing file output path. This is where we would like BenchEzy to dump, for the want of a better word, all of our files that are generated by BenchEzy. Now just to keep in mind, the way BenchEzy works, it will create a client folder and then inside that it will create a job folder. So just keep in mind that this path will actually continue to grow a little bit as BenchEzy creates the client folder and then the job folder. We have a browse button which we can use to browse to the folder where we want to dump all of our BenchEzy output. The next setting is the default NcCode output file extension. In my case I have a BSc Rover B which uses no file extension. If it was a BSc skill, for example, it would be a .iso extension. The next section is where we set up BenchEzy as far as the Alphacam post is concerned. We have here our path. Now again, a full Windows path to the Alphacam post that is required for your particular machine. Again, keep in mind that it must include the .arp extension. We have our browse button, which we can use to browse to the location for the Alphacam post. Some default settings that we just put in here for our materials. Panel length in X, I use 3600, 1200 for the width in Y, panel thickness of 34, and then an extra depth on a through cut. Now what this does is that if your benchtop is 34 mm in thickness, this setting tells BenchEzy that we wish to actually cut our final pass or our trim cut to a complete depth of 34.2 millimeters. Now by doing that actually gets us below the surface, which is actually the top surface of the benchtop laminate, to make sure that we get a nice clean cut. Some global Alphacam settings. The auto line in, which is expressed as a multiple of the tool diameter. So if we're using an 18 millimeter tool, our auto line in would be 2 times the 18, so that's 36. So our line in would be 36 millimeters in length. We look at our auto arc radius, again expressed as the multiple of the tool diameter. So that in my case again I would be using an 18 mil tool, for example. 2 times the 18 is 36, so the radius of the approach would be 36 millimeters. Our auto line in, again multiples of our tool radius. 18 mil tool times 2, 36 millimeters will be the length of our auto line in. The auto approach angle, this is the angle of the approach of the tool to the edge of the workpiece. I have mine set at 45 degrees. It could be set at 30 degrees if you prefer, or 90 degrees. The next section is simply we tell BenchEzy what type of machine it is we're using, whether it's a pod point-to-point type machine or it's a nesting machine. We then look at our compensation, where we're telling BenchEzy what type of compensation we need to use for our particular machine. And in my case, it's machine compensation using G41, G42. The next is some machine limitations. So these are the maximum panel sizes that you can machine with your particular machine. I have mine set up at 3630 in the length because I have a 3612 BSc Rover B. Maximum panel width I use is 1210, and then a maximum panel thickness of 50. The last setting on this page we need to look at is our machine origin. Now, if you can imagine you're standing at the front of your machine, looking at your machine, the machine has 4 origin points: the left rear, the right front, and left front. So we just tell BenchEzy which one of these 4 points we are using for our machine origin when we're machining benchtops. Again, not a very complicated section of our settings for BenchEzy standard here. I hope that you have found this informative and it all makes sense for you. Make sure you check out some more videos about the settings for BenchEzy standard. I look forward to talking to you in the next video where we will talk about our miscellaneous section. Thanks for watching.